Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round one here of the MRC Championship. I am your host, Kassa. We are going to get into the action shortly, but first we're just going to go on for a quick hot lap around Australia on board with Ferrari driver Hob. And let's get that going right now for you. Well, we've got no sound, but we'll put that out next time. My favourite. One rabbit. Head down the country. I can see full size on down the here. Then we're outside the turn 4. Line on there. Into turn 6. 5 has just begun. It's an 18-minute session, so we will hopefully have some action. Overspeed is trying not to overspeed things at the moment. Literally just started only a few moments ago, so we've not missed too much. Sure on board with Villock, not overspeed, sorry, as he's shown us how not to go around this track. Yeah, so we'll find someone who's going to be on a fly. I'm not sure who's going to be the first one. But we'll stay on board with the Ferrari man, who's currently number 1 in the qualifying. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. As you can see, we've got a nice combination, well, a few mix of tyres at the moment, quite a lot on the Ultra Softs, got a few on the other tyres. And we'll work out, as we go through the qualifying, who's going to go on to what. And looks like Necromania could be one of the first. No, Raid is right in front of him. This could be interesting for Necromania. He's right behind another driver. And about to start flying lap as Raid makes a big mistake there and might have actually compromised Necromania's bug's lap quite heavily. We'll stick with this actually because you don't often see battles in qualifying, and this could be interesting because Necromania's bug has not backed out of his lap enough and has another car right in front. That's going to give him some issues going through these corners, especially on the fly lap, and that is what happens when you don't back off enough. And they are both out of qualifying and they haven't even set a time. They only just made it around turn 2, and that's the end of their qualifying already. That's not the way to do it. So let's go on board. Billick's miles away. He's only just started. Let's go on board with Leclerc, who has just started. He's going through turn 3 now. And yeah, he's got to avoid that. He's backed out of that. He's on that very high curb, and that just scrapes along the bottom of the car and messes up your entire line. You lose a lot of speed going over that. There's a not Williams, that's Beef's going donuts off track. King Buzzo then, Warbolo, going up to turns 11 and 12. Let's see how he handles this on the sauce. He's not got as much grip. Oh, held it. I thought that was going wall wound. And yeah, so Bolo is still on a lap at the moment. Despite a little bit of a mistake there, another little mistake there. He's obviously fighting with this car through these corners. Coming up now to the final couple of corners. And just to remind you, if you've only just joined us, we are just in qualifying still. We're 14 minutes left of the session, so you haven't missed much. Unless you've just joined us, then you missed a crash already. King Buzzo has put in the provisional pole, immediately beaten by Cow. I call him Cow. Beast won't be on the time. Rowe is coming long back straight. Sending it into 11-12. Beast has retired already. Where's that? As Mr. Fist has gone fastest with a 21.7. Just a bit faster than the other guy. just stay on board with the race. We've got some yellow flags around here, seeing if we can find. That was, not sure who that was. I think that was Hob offline there, just getting out of people's way. Rowe coming around the final corner then, holds it around there. Also you can, again, with most of these corners, it's a high pace corner, you can lose the rear end and send it into the wall. P2 then for Rowe, decent time, especially considering he's on the super softs. Let's have a look. We've got Luke's gone in with a 1:23.3. Oaksby coming around the final corner, looks like he's about to start a flying lap. Yep, because that's a 5-minute lap otherwise. Hob has just started. Valen is currently going through turn 3, so he's got a fair distance to go. Pat Maxton is coming up to turn 11 as well, so let's stick with him. He's on the super softs as well. Yeah, ideally, ooh, bit of a corner cut there. Hopefully for his sake he's got away with it. Luke's gone out already in sector 2. He's not had the best luck in the last few races that I've seen him in. Pat Maxton coming into a little bit of traffic. Hopefully they get out of the way. They do. So through he goes. Just the one corner left for Hat. See if he can cap it off beautifully. Little 2 on the curbs there. Going to come across the line and goes P4 with a 22.3. So let's see where Hob is. Hob's up at turn 12. And he's now coming down towards the final few corners, turn 13 here. Again, with always, he's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. And coming up to the final 2 corners now. Let's see if he can get out there. Anticipating him to be one of the fast runners here. But you've got to put through qualifying, and running out of ERS before the last straight is not the way to do it. Sebastian puts in a 21.7 and Hob is well off the pace there on a 22.2 on the Ultrasofts. So not good news for him then, or Ferrari. Having one Ferrari already DNF'd. Oh, Kime has already just put it in the wall. He's done one lap already, been invalidated. It looks like he's on another flyer. Neved is trying to get around turn 2, he's a little bit off the line there. Let's have a look where Leclerc is. Leclerc is warming his tyres up, he's about to get going. And Overspeed, let's see where Overspeed is. He's on turn 3. So you've got a few people on the Ultrasofts, so putting in multiple times. Mr. Fist is putting in 2 laps, so is Double GI on those Ultrasofts. It's not ideal to put 2 laps on the Ultrasofts because it'll hamper your race. Hat Max is on his way in, he's not going again. So the opening salvo is being put in for most people, as there's immediately some movement there. Is that Crucifixion just going out? So, yes, I think it was. So Valen is coming up to the final corner. He's not going to go faster with the line like that, unfortunately. He's going to keep going. I would have just thrown it in the pits if I was him, but if he can still find a bit, he's not going to find much. If anything, no. He's over a second half off his previous best, so not the best from him. Leclerc and Neved. Neved's coming around the final corner now. Let's see what time he can do on these Ultrasofts. He's going to look to try and haul himself up. Obviously, you're going to start on the Ultrasofts. You want to start as high as possible and not invalidate your lap, which Neved has just done. Leclerc then coming up to the final 4 corners, through turn 13. A little bit of grass there. Had to lift off quite a lot on the exit. He's actually in mode 0, so I think he might have bailed out his lap. With only 10 minutes left of the session. Also, you're looking at a 1 minute 20 odd on the clock, so you need to be getting out with probably about 140 to 150 left of the session if you want to get yourself a time in. Valen is still going, he's out on these Ultrasofts. 2 laps already on these, and he's really running low on ERS. He's going to have to be careful, otherwise you might really suffer. He's braking quite substantially for that corner. So this has got to be an in lap, because otherwise it is going to be very slow, and I think it is based on what his current time is. I'm trying to work out how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to call him Cow. Or Coo. Cow. Let's call him Cow. The McLaren driver. Currently on a fast lap on these Ultrasofts. Track's looking a little bit quieter now, so hopefully he'll have a nice clean run with no issues in front of him. He's going to look to hold himself up. He's done a 22.1 before, and he needs to get into the 121s, and that should give him a much better starting position. As Neved jumps up to P3 then, so decent lap from him. This Cal makes a little bit of a mess there of turn 11 and 12. which is a crucial couple of corners to get bang on, especially when it comes to the race, because you've got that DRS straight after it. If you make a little mistake, you can see yourself losing a fair few positions, particularly if it's early in the race. He's got on and off, but doesn't lose the back end. He's got to be coming into the pits now. He's got a red fuel. He's on his way in, so he will not be going again just yet. Let's see, Crucifixion is on a fly, but looks things coming up to the turn 11 and 12. Takes it neatly. Could have used a little more on the track on the exit, but still, he's made it around the corner, which is the important part. Coming up now through Ascari. Could have been a little bit closer on the apex, but again, sometimes you just got to have a bit more pace. Staying out of the gravel there was crucial for Crucifixion. He's coming up to the Pross, or through Pross now. Just one corner to go. A little bit of a lift off. Carries some decent speed through. Let's see where he jumps up to with this. He does improve, but he doesn't jump up. He was 13th before. He's 13th still, unfortunately for him. So let's have a look further up. You've got Sebastian is out on a fly. He's going just through turn 4 at the moment. And Mr. Fist is about to start a flying lap. Rowe, however, has gone fastest on the super softs. That is some blistering pace there from the Williams driver. And everyone else needs to watch out for that, because, yeah, that is some impressive lap time there from him. Not Sebastian will be noticing that and realising he needs to find a lot of time, considering he's on the softer tyres. He knows he should be going faster, but he's just not been able to get it together. He's in mode 0 actually, so he's bailed out this lap already. Let's see where Mr. Fist is. He's in mode 5. Let's stick with him. Car's gone through turn 5, Everton turn 6 now. As Crucifixion has retired from session. We've got just over 6 minutes to go. I wonder if that was a forced retirement or just had enough of his qualifying. Mr. Fist looking a little bit slow, and there you go, he's backed off his lap already. And he will not be going fast this time. He might even come into the pits if he feels like it. Sebastian has started again. His Rowe, he's still in mode 3. It looks like he's on his way in actually. He's got red fuel, so he might have a jump in the pits and see what he can do. You might fancy a run on the softs, although I'd be hard pushed to beat his previous best. So let's have a look further down. You've got King Buzzo is just about to start a flying lap then. Where's Overspeed? Overspeed is on an installation lap because he's just lining up his rears there, just getting some heat into them. Double GI is throwing it into turn 3. He is on a fly. He's already done one lap on these tyres, and that again, that's that high curve you've got to be really careful of, because you can't ride it. And then he's backed out of that, and that's the end of his lap. He's got 5.5 minutes, so he's got plenty of time. If he just makes it back to the pits, he can put some new rubber on and get out there once again. Overspeed, as I say, just starting. King Buzzer coming up to this Clark chicane. A little bit off line there, but throwing it in neatly, keeping out the wall on the right. Luke has said enough is enough and has left the session. Buzzo's throwing it into 11 and 12 neatly. Sebastian does go faster. Buzzo a little bit offline. Sebastian has gone faster by nearly, well, sorry, not nearly, over a second clear of second place Rowe. So absolutely storming out then from Sebastian. Obviously made it. Didn't put in too much on the first fly lap. Just put in what was a decent lap, but was beaten by Rowe. King Buzzer then coming across the line any moment now on the super softs. Let's see what he does. He jumps up to P3 then. Over a second improvement then for him. He'll be happy with that. Further down you got Neville, he's just on an out lap. See where, oh there you go, Mr. Fist jumping up to P2. He's still a second short of Sebastian's time. I thought Rhodes was a quick time. Sebastian's just absolutely storming. Hobb is not storming anywhere. He's obviously going to be doing another lap after this. Overspeed coming around the final corner. Is he on a fly? I think he is. And he's not going to go any faster. He's on a 22.9 before. This is 28.7, so very much off his previous best. Leclerc is out there, going through turn 5. Got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, which is vain and vain. He needs to get out of the way. He's on an out lap. Leclerc using him for a little bit of slipstream. Valen getting out of the way there nicely before the corner to not impede Leclerc's line. Let's have a look elsewhere. While we're waiting for this one, Neved is about to start a flying lap. Yes, he is. Hob is hobbling along. Overspeed is in mode 3, but he might be going again. Let's have a look at Leclerc then. The Renault driver, other Renault man, Richard Beefs, has DNF'd very early on in the session. So Leclerc with only one corner to go. Let's see if he can hold himself up. We've got 3 minutes left of the session, so crucial to get some laps in now. Those in the pits will just be guessing their last set of tyres on, as Leclerc jumped up to P7 then, so a decent lap from him in the end. He's taking his time to get that lap in. And I wonder if he's fueled up for an extra couple of laps. King Buzz has left the session. Hopefully he'll get back in shortly. So Hob has started fly. He's coming up to turn 6 now. As mentioned earlier, he's one of the people I've been tipped, so I keep my eyes on for this race. But he's only down in P9, and that was on the Ultra Softs. So he must have either backed out of that lap or just made a bit of a mistake on it. Because now he's out on the Super Softs as Overspeed's retired from the session. Not too worried nowadays, as Hob has backed out big time of that. Not happy with it. And he's just going to do a cool down. He has to go back in. And he will not. This is basically it. He can't go in the pits now. If he does, he won't get another lap in. And he just needs to get himself back to the pits. So let's have a look. Double G. Ooh, it's a long button. Okay, but over in Double GI has just started a fly lap. Where's Valen? Valen's done 3 laps on these Ultra Softs. Oh, sorry, that was his previous size. And that's not the way to do the final corner. He's made a mess of that already. He's going to have time to do another lap. Leclerc says enough is enough, I suspect. So retires in sector 3. So Valen doesn't go any faster. He needs to work out that final corner and the first corner. And that could be pretty much the end of Valen's qualifying. Caught out by Carix in the pits. Not much King Buzzer could do about it. Valen just paying too much attention to the car coming out of the pits instead of what he was doing. Hamax are nearly going sideways, coming off 12. He looks like he's on the fly. He's going to run out of ERS though. Seems to use a lot on his outlap. As he's coming up to the final 2 corners now. Got a bit of traffic ahead, which is Neved. And coming around the final corner now, let's see what time he can put up. It's looking decent, 21.3, up then to P3 for them. Neved jumping up to P2 himself. It's starting to make Rose lap look less impressive as he starts dropping down. So let's have a look further back. We've got a lot of people on track now as we are approaching the end. King Buzzo coming up to the final few corners. Has he got time to do another lap? He might. It's going to be tight. Let's stay with him just to see. He should be okay if he makes this perfectly. 5 seconds left. He's going to cross the line just in time by the looks of things. He does bang on time there with 2 seconds left of the session. And Buzzo is going to get another attempt at it. So let's see who we can find. He's about to finish a lap. There we go. Sebastian coming up to 2 corners left of him. Rose retired. He's had enough. P5 as it stands. Sebastian coming around the final corner. If he can go faster, which he won't because he's in mode 0. And that's the end of Sebastian. Neved looks like he's done as well. Just limping home now. At Maxton then. He's coming around the final few corners himself. And he'll be looking to try. He's not going to go faster, that is for sure. He's already at 23 seconds. Mr. Fist then. Is he going to go any faster? He's not even used fully accelerator, so not for him. It looks like there's one man left then on this King Buzzo. Will he buzz the tower? Can he get up to the front of the grid? He's on the Ultra Softs, the ideal tyre to set a qualifying lap on, obviously, being the softest tyres we have here. Final corner, using all the track that's available. Where's he going to put it? P5 then for Buzzo. Not too bad in the end, but only just beating Rowe, who was on those super softs. Should just look at the best time. So of all the top 10, only Rowe has done it on the super softs. Everyone else on the ultra softs. Outside the top 10, they can change to whatever they want come the race. And we are now just waiting for one man to retire from the session, which is Mr. Fist. And he's just getting in the garage now, so hopefully he'll retire any moment. Otherwise, we've got to wait about a minute. And there we go. So I have a quick rundown of the qualifying positions in a moment. As we just wait for everyone to get through the next screen. So there you go, Not Sebastian taking pole by 0.8 of a second from Neved. Absolutely storming. Max then in P3, Mr. Fist 4, followed by Buzzo, Rowe, Cal, Kime, Leclerc and Hobb running out your top 10. Just outside top 10 you've got Overspeed, Lucky, Never Lucky, which is WGI, sorry, Luke, Crucifixion, Valen, Necromorph Pug, Raid and Beefs. Obviously that opening issue between Necromorph Pug did not help him as he came together with Raid. Raid making a bit of a mistake, but what's done is done. So we just wait now for all the drivers to set their setups, get their tyre choices, get the fuel set up correctly, and we can get going. Apologies, I'm just trying to work out what the weather is. Hopefully I've been told, and I can confirm. There's no rain, even though it looks a little bit overcast. And we're going to have a formation up, which is good, because it gives me time to do a little bit more talking about tyres and things. So we'll just have a quick look then at the tyres. So everyone outside the top 10 is going to be starting on the super softs, which is going to be interesting to see come the race. Apologies, I'm just trying to sort a few things. There we go. I've been asked to do predictions. I hate predictions, as everyone well knows, but I'll do them anyway. Considering I don't have much knowledge of most of the grid here, I know a few people from previous. Not Sebastian did look really quick in qualifying. Whether or not his strategy is going to work for him, that remains to be seen. But I think based on the fact that he was so far ahead of Neved in second, I think I'm just going to go for Sebastian to take the win. I've been told to look out for Hobb, but it was so slow I can't really look out for him. Rowe looked good, so I'm going to put Rowe P2. And I'm just trying to work out. I think it's going to be P3. This isn't easy. I'm not great at predictions. Let's go for Mr. Fist in P3. So that's Sebastian, Rowe, Mr. Fist. Please don't hold me to that, because it will not be correct. In terms of strategy, the ideal strategy is a one-stop as with always, but the ideal is super softs followed by softs, or softs followed by super softs, either or. If you can make the ultra softs last long enough, you might be able to get away with a one-stop, putting on the softs. But obviously that's down to the individual drivers. There we go. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously there is always the two-stop available for those on the ultra softs. Again, not going to be ideal for them because they've got to pass more cars. And I think the Ferrari driver, who's currently 13th, will be unlucky because that's how he races. As we just wait for them all to get on the grid. There we go, we are all on the grid. Lights are going. 4 red lights, 5, And away they go. All down towards turn 1. Little slow start there from a Haas on the right of your screen. Sebastian taking the lead into first corner quite comfortably. A little bit of nudging there from that Haas. King Buzzo, he's gone off track. A few people gone off track. There's almost a spin back there. Buzzo's going to come back on. Where's he coming back on? He's dropped right back then. Oh! That is a huge accident already. We've got 2 DNFs already. That's Beast and Valen going out already. And that's a similar place to what we saw in the qualifying. Going out there. Buzzo's lost a lot of wing. And Marlon is right back there as well. He's lost a bit of wing. Luke's lost a bit of wing. There's a lot of wings missing so far. Raid has retired. He's lost it on there, on the inside of turn 5. We're 3 DNFs down already, and we haven't even completed a lap. Surprising, honestly, not to see a safety car. As they are battling up ahead. Double GI looking down the inside, he's going to lose out to Crucifixion. Overspeed is... Oh, more contact there further back. And who's that facing wrong? That's Necromonic Pug. His day is not going well. Let's flip up then. Crucifixion. Double GI. Going through turn 12. And more damage there. That's Mr. Fist. That's my P3 prediction. Taking some serious damage then on turn 12. Crucifixion drifts past him. Hatmax then offline. Big time there. He's missing a bit of front wing. A lot of front wing at that. He's dropping right back. Raid has left the session. Not too happy with that. And who's that diving in there? So going to be a lot of people coming to the pits. Leclerc is the first man in the pits from P8. Let's flip up then to Hobnob on Rowe. Rowe obviously on the super softs. He's not going to be close enough to make a move. Oh, that's a late break in there for Rob. He's picked up some damage. Our front wing has been taken off. And he will be hoping to make a pit stop shortly, especially on the ultra softs. He might have to pit quite soon. Get some tyres changed. So he's now going to start dropping back. Cal's on his rear. Is Cal going to look down the inside here at Clark Chicane? No, he's not. But Hobbs going to be slow through these types of corners, and particularly the next corners coming up. He's going to be really slow with that front wing damage. A lot of pit stops happening. Just have a quick look at the stops. So 10th down, all pitting on the opening lap. And there goes Hobb. No, there goes Cal. He's still going somehow. Has he survived that? He has no front right wing. That's probably not helping him. Absolutely clousing into the barrier, put off by Hobbs, spinning in front of him. So, what a, well, action-packed first lap then. Hatmax then, going to all. He's on the rear of Mr. Fist, battling going on behind as well. Got Necromania Pug on the rear of Marlon. DRS has been enabled, but these guys won't be seeing it this time round. They'll see it next time round. Hatmax is not going to be close enough. Let's go on board Necromania Pug. He's on the rear of Marlon, looking up. No, he's not going to look down there, but he's going to look to get a decent drive off here. Can he get after him? He's half a second behind. He's not close enough. We've got 2 more pittings up ahead. You've got Double GI and Cal both pitting. Obviously forced some new wings. Looking for a hug, closing right in on Marlon. Is he going to... he's just holding off for now. Oh, Marlon's well offline. Necromopug comes through the inside. They go side by side through the final turn. Necromopug takes that with ease. Obviously Marlon, all out of shape, has helped him massively. And the 2 people in the pits are going to come out, just come out ahead of these as well. So we've got some battles going on up ahead through, obviously people picking up damage. So that makes it on the rear of Mr. Fist. Just put on the tyres. So Double GI's gone out on the Ultra Soft, which is an interesting call. But further up, Rowe just made a pass on Notkeim. As Billick is dropping right back there, and as there's battling going on here, Necropug's all out of shape. Luke dropping back quite substantially. There's Necropug had an off. Well, he has had an off, we know that, but a lot of movement going on at the back of the grid. It seems to be where all the action is at the moment. Necropug is right on the rear. This little 5-man train going through turns 11 and 12. That's a bit out of shape there from Luke. He's dropped back. He's going to drop back again. Cal's on his tail. Slips to the inside. Got that DRS. Through he goes. Is it last the late breakers? And Cal takes it. Luke is dropped right to the back now. as Kym is dropping back from Crucifixion up ahead. Necromorph Pug all over the back of Marlon once again. He was there last time around. Marlon kicking up a little bit of dust. Got the slipstream, got the DRS, but so is Marlon. Well, Marlon doesn't have slipstream, he's got the DRS. Necromorph Pug backs off this time round. He's going to get another bite at the cherry. Oh, very much offline there from Marlon. He comes back across and into the wall. Has he collected Cow as well? I think he might have done. Cow's definitely got a damaged front right wing, but he had that before. I don't know if he's been into bits to replace it previously. So, Luke pitting, Buzzo pitting. Let's move up to Crucifixion, who's just off track there, obviously battling with Kym, and might have outbroke himself then, as he's come off much worse from that battle. Just up ahead, Overspeed on the rear of Hob. Is he going to look down the inside here? No, he's not, but he's going to get a second bite to the cherry. But he just doesn't get the drive off the corner that he was after. Hob does, and he should hold this unless Overspeed goes for a very late break. Massive lock up there, both sides. Got yellow in sector 2. Let's stick with this battle then. Mr. Fist on Hat Maxton. Just lining up the resin, possibly a little bit too early, but he's still facing the right way, which is the crucial part. He's got the DRS, he's in mode 5, he's going to run out of ERS if he's not careful. Sends it down the inside. There it goes, side by side. Hat Maxton comes off ahead. He's a bit off track, and that has allowed Mr. Fist to take the place. Double GI, and I missed Marlon DC'd. Oh no, I didn't. I remember that one. Double GI on the rear of knocked Kym. He's not going to get past here, that is for sure. Unless he makes a bit of a slide. Holding, not holding. Still going though. He nearly held that. Necron Pug showing us how not to do it as well. He does survive. I think he might have picked up some damage. No, he hasn't. That front wing is still intact. Unlike Double GI's, who has picked up some heavy damage. Hat Maxton going side by side then with Mr. Fist. Mr. Fist with the inside of the second corner. Holding the place. Hat Maxton all out of shape. Tank slapper into the wall. Still going though. Just a bit of front wing damage for him there. And a lot of front wing damage just to make sure he has taken damage. He loses the entire front wing. And he'll drop right back. He should come out ahead of King Buzzo, who is right back there in P12. So let's move up then. Kym, he's got some DRS, but he's just not going to be close enough to Mr. Fist. Let's have a look at Overspeed and Hob. They are still battling up in P4 for now. Out front, I haven't seen much from him today, but Sebastian has a 4.4 second lead over Neved, who's got a 6.8 second lead over Rowe. Rowe obviously on those super softs, so the harder compound tyres, but he's still up there, ahead of, especially ahead of Hob, who's on these ultra softs. Overspeed picking up the first of the time penalties today. He's got some DRS. He's going to be close enough to make a move though on Hob. He has a look and just gets back to the racing line. The action's now starting to slow down, which is great. It just means we don't have to dance around as much. And this is the only battle currently in DRS zone, as King Buzzo takes a double jump from 2 pit stops for Hat Maxton and Double GI. Also, those front wing damage has cost them quite a bit. Let's just have a look at the amount of pit stops we've seen. As you can see, everyone at the back has done 2 pit stops. Obviously not ideal. So not Kym picking up a penalty as well there for cutting a bit too much of the corners. King Buzzo has retired from session. Where was that? Let's see if we can see it. Oh, we were just coming up to it there, weren't we? We've just gone past it. I'm not sure where it was. Must have been here up at turn 3. Oh, there he is over in the wall. I think he might have forgotten to brake. So Overspeed and Hob. Overspeed a little bit off track. Is he going to send it down the inside here? He's got to from this position. Very late on the brakes. Somehow not going to the side of the Ferrari. Both surviving Clark chicane. Luke's retired from the session as well. Let's have a look further back at Double GI. See where that was. There it is. Outside of turn, after turn 12. Once again, turn 12 claiming more victims today. Overspeed and Luke still going at not Luke. Hobbs can put massively deep into that turn 13. Overspeed is still on the rear of him. He's going to get some DRS here, but he needs to stay close if he wants to make use of it. Obviously, he can make the pass on the first DRS and use the second to increase that lead. But he just didn't get the drive off the final corner that he was after. He's got that DRS open. He's still in mode 1, so he's just taking it easy. Having a little look there on Hobbs just to destabilise him. Now he's going to get that second chance. That DRS coming open once again into mode 4 this time. He's looking like he wants to make the move. Sends it down the inside. Hobbs can't defend. Turns into him a little bit, but Overspeed did break late. And Overspeed up he goes, up into P4. But Hobbs is still right behind him. He's not happy with that. He's going to want to come straight back at him and get that place back off him. Also, we are starting to see these Ultrasoft tyres starting to fall away a little bit. Having said that, Sebastian has an 8.4 second lead over Neved in second. Rose 5.5 seconds, and that's those tyres are pretty much shot then. Hobbs just laid up those rears a little too soon, oversteering into that wall, and he's gonna have to come in anytime soon anyway, but he's definitely coming in now. As Crucifixion is well off the back of him, but Hobbs has to now limp through these corners, whereas Crucifixion is just going to be able to power through them. Of all the accidents we've had, I'm surprised we've not seen any form of safety cars as yet. As Sebastian's now got a 9-second lead over Neved. It's looking like it could be a one-man race out front. So Crucifixion can now see Hobbs, who's dropping like a stone. And he's coming in, but fortunately it is around his pit window, so he won't be too upset about it. He'll put some softs on and go to the end from here. Unless he thinks he's going to make more mistakes, he might put the super softs on. Knowing that if he does have an accident, he's not wasted a pit. He has gone for a second set of ultra softs, so interesting call there from Hobbs. So let's have a look further back. Necromorph Pug once again in the action. He's on the rear of Kime. Slipstream, DRS, pulls out down the home straight. It looks like he's made that move, comes across the cover, back on the racing line. He's gone ball with Kime as he's looking to try and get back past Necromorph. Necromorph with the DRS still. Obviously, the detection point is between turn 13 and 14, which is well a long time ago. Late braking there from both drivers. No contact at all though, surprisingly. But Kime is right on the rear. He's going to be careful. Both people are going to be careful. That is a big penalty. That's a 5-second penalty then for Sebastian, as that is late brake from Kime, and he's overshot that corner in a big way. Hobbs going to have to be careful coming past. That was a little too close for comfort for Hobbs. Nearly collecting the rear then of Kime, and Kime saying that is it. He is done for the day. So further up you've got Overspeed on the rear of Sebastian. Sebastian obviously just pitted. He's going to be on slightly cold tyres, but Overspeed won't have DRS. Oh, that is a very early brake then from Sebastian. Also those cold tyres meaning he needs to brake a little bit earlier, but that much? Now can Overspeed get past Sebastian while his tyres are still not up to temperature? GI picking up a 3-second penalty, obviously for corner cutting. He's down there, currently in 13th. He'll be 12 in a moment. We'll have a look at him in a moment, see what happens here. Nothing. Overspeed just oversteering out of that corner, unable to close down. Not Sebastian. Not Sebastian, obviously from this point will be going to the end of the race on the softs. Overspeed with a bit of corner cut, and that nearly cost him a lot. That was a corner cut and a half then for the Force India driver. I'll say that corner cut nearly cost him his entire race. Necromorph Pug has gone out. Where is that? We're going to be well off the back of it here. Let's have a look further back. So, GI is on the back of Hatmax. Hatmax is going to get DRS actually from his own teammate, interestingly enough. Let's go up then to Cal. Let's see if we can see where Necromorph Pug went off. Is it turn 3 once again? No, maybe it's turn 5 then, which has caught out a few people today. Yep, there it was on the right hand side. You saw a bit of damage in the wall. Double GI then dropping off the back of Hatmax. Just over a second between them. As Overspeed is still on the rear of not Sebastian, but the gap is outside of the 1 second window. And he's actually dropping back quite substantially now. He's got his teammate is actually making a pass on him. Or is he? Yeah, so Hatmax has actually passed the teammate to unlap himself. Overspeed is starting to struggle on these super softs. I was expecting to do a few more laps than they have done. WGI is struggling himself. He's still in though. Big slide out of turn 12. He's still going. No, he's not. He's retired from the session. Knowing that he didn't want to take yet another pit stop, that would put him up to 3. So he is retired from the session. So as it stands, we've only got 10 drivers left. That just means a lot of points available. Let's have a look then up at Overspeed. He's got DRS on his teammate to try and get after Sebastian. But it's not working for him. Hatmax needs to be careful because obviously there are blue flags waving. And if you get too many blue flags, you will get penalties. Very late braking there for Hatmax. He's got to be careful of turning in on his teammate. He's got on board with Hatmax. He's now behind his teammate, so he won't be having to worry about the blue flags now. Overspeed looking a little bit out of shape there. Going through turn 5 once again. He's 2.5 seconds off the back of Sebastian. And he's starting to drop back. Rowe is your current race leader. He's 6 seconds clear of Sebastian. Although Rowe does need to pit. And he'll be going onto the same tyres most likely. Well, more than most likely as Sebastian. If he does finish, that is. And he's not going to now. As he's gone off. Where is that? That is there once again on turn 12. Claiming more victims. And that's pretty much going to be gifting the race win to Sebastian. As the only guy that is close to him still needs to pit. Which is Overspeed. Neved is still hanging around, but he's currently 14 seconds off the pace. Overspeed has now finally pitted. And we are down to 9 drivers. So let's keep an eye on Hob, who's starting to close in on Mr. Fist. Hob's on these ultra softs. He can go quick, but can he go quick enough to close up the gap? It's 4 seconds off the back of Mr. Fist. So Overspeed and Crucifixion. Crucifixion picking up a 5 second stop go penalty. And that's something Sebastian has. He has a 5 second stop go. Whether or not that could cost him the race remains to be seen. Neved really needs to start chaining together some high paced laps if he wants to get after him. As Crucifixion comes out of the pits, he's come out in P7. Leclerc is gonna... he's on the back of Overspeed, but Overspeed does have fresh tyres. I don't think Leclerc's going to be able to do anything about this. Overspeed will just start pulling away. Despite having harder compound tyres, Leclerc's tyres are 11 laps old and are going to be hurting a little bit. We're on lap 13 of 29. So we are approaching the half race point. And we are got less than half the drivers left now, unfortunately. Leclerc does pick up some DRS, but all out of shape going through 11 and 12 means he's not going to really do much with it. If you can close in a little bit more, you get DRS down the home straight. The detection point is just here. Or there, sorry. Conveniently hidden under a tree, and he has actually got down to less than a second, so you will get some DRS. But he's not going to use it because he has come into the pits. So Leclerc in the pits. Hob is still flying. He's currently hunting after Mr. Fist. He's 2.5 seconds behind him. So just have a quick look at the fastest lap. Hob is the current fastest lap holder for 23.8. So 2.4 between Hob and Fist. Leclerc is going to come out on some fresh super softs. He's obviously made a pit stop earlier on the race. on the softs or ultra softs, which means he can do that. Mr. Fist will most likely be stopping again. I think it'd be hard push to make those soft tyres last until the end of the race. But Hob will also be pitting again, and if he can get past Mr. Fist before those pit stops come into play, that would be good for him. Obviously, Hob will definitely be going on to either soft or super softs. He's done. I don't know. I think he had done ultra softs just before these ultra softs, so he's got the gap down to 2.2 seconds. Still hunting down the rear of Mr. Fist. Just needs Mr. Fist to make a little mistake, and he can close in quite substantially. Oh, a little bit of oversteer coming off that corner for Fist. Hob really needs to get past sooner rather than later, because his tyres is going to start hurting in the next 3 laps or so. Well, 2 laps now. And the gap is still hanging around 2 seconds, so maybe Hob's tyres have actually used up all the extra rubber, the grippier rubber. And so that he's closing a little bit. Let's come on board again with Fist, who's all over the place. The setup just looks wrong for him, sliding through these corners. And Hob has that gap down to 1.3. As Nevitt has retired from second place. Is that another one at turn 12? I'm going to go on board with Mr. Overspeed, sorry. And it is the outside of turn 12. There we go, another one in that wall. I think that wall's claimed more, as Hobbs actually must have made a big mistake there. He's dropped right off the back. Has he picked up some damage, or is he just... Yeah, he's got some damage. Front right is severely damaged. So he'll be most likely pissing this lap then. Getting some fresh rubber. I'm going to get on some super softs. And get going after Mr. Fist once again. He will drop back behind Leclerc. He's really fighting with that guy. He's definitely going to have to pit now. He can't keep going. So Hob in the pits. Leclerc's going to come through and take that position from him, but Hob will have some fresh rubber on that car for the last few laps. We are on 16 of 29 now. And we're on 8 drivers of 19. As Leclerc's actually got yellow fuel. I'm nearly running out of ERS. He's going to have to do some management then. Because yellow fuel warning basically means you haven't got enough as it stands to get to the end of the race. So change. He needs to just stick into lean or do a bit of lifting and coasting. That should really help save a bit of fuel. So Hob has come out in P6 behind Crucifixion. That wing change combined with the extra time he lost on the in lap has really hampered him. But he's got fresh super soft, which will be quicker than Crucifixion softs. And he's gonna... Well, he can only realistically gain one position unless someone else makes a big mistake, which is going to be Crucifixion, because that gap between Crucifixion and Claire is 16 seconds and won't be easy to close down. Out front, Sebastian has now got a 28-second lead. He can actually afford a pit stop if he wants, and that gap is only going to get bigger, if I'm honest. He might fancy a little cheeky stint at the end on some ultra soft to try and get a fastest lap. Depends if he feels like doing so. So let's go on board once again with Hob, who's getting closer to Crucifixion. He's got 7.5 seconds between them. And that gap is still hovering. WGI has left the session. Obviously his accident was a while ago, so he's done well to hang around for now. Mr. Fist with a 3-second penalty. That, as it stands, that's not going to cost too much. Even Sebastian's 5-second penalty isn't going to cost him anything. Especially when you have nearly a 29-second lead over the man behind. Osby does have fresher tyres, but 4 laps between them isn't going to make a huge amount of difference. Not at this stage anyway. So Cowell's now over 10 seconds behind Hobb. Cowell's going to be pissing again in the next few laps, but he will get some ultra softs on most likely. If he can make another couple of laps, he'll get some lovely soft sticky ultra softs on. Probably won't be able to do much with them at that point other than try and go for the fastest lap. So 6 seconds now between Hobb and Crucifixion. Skies are looking a little overcast. I've been told there's no rain, but those clouds do look threatening. But that sun should take away any risk of rain. Although I think it'd make it quite interesting if we've got a little bit of rain at the very end. Cow has pitted but picked up a 5-second penalty in the process. And he's dropped right down to P8. And he's actually put on a used set of super softs. Interesting call from him. Don't know if he'd just run out of tyres or just that was it. So 5.5 seconds now between Hobb and Crucifixion. 10 laps to go. He should be able to close him in. But he needs to find... He basically needs to beat him a second a lap just to close in and then use the last few laps to make that pass. Obviously you don't want to give the guy you've just overtaken time to get back past. As Mr. Fist has pitted, that's promoted Leclerc up the grid to P3. And I don't think Crucifixion's going to come past. No, Mr. Fist is now coming out the pit lane. And his teammate is just, well, I say just, he's quite far behind at the end of the day. So, Mr. Fist on those ultra softs will not have any problems really once he gets them up to temperature. And Hobb's got the gap down now to 4.4 seconds, so he's gaining just over a second a lap now. So we'll just take a quick look at the fastest laps. Hobb's still holding that. Quite comfortable actually, it's a second over, not Sebastian, 0.3 over Leclerc. Obviously Mr. Fist is out on some fresh ultra, so he might be going faster. .7 now between Hobb and Crucifixion. We should see some overtakes. He's actually gained about 2 seconds on this lap. So he'll be getting on there possibly towards the end of the next lap, if not around the same point the following lap. So elsewhere you've got Sebastian currently leading by 20. Oh, Crucifixion's big off there. That's allowed Hobb right in. He's not going to get DRS because he was so far behind, but Crucifixion's big mistake has allowed Hobb to close right in. Leclerc picking up a 3-second penalty. That may be an issue if he picks up many more. But Hobb is now on the back of Crucifixion. The action we weren't expecting for another couple of laps has happened already. Crucifixion with that mistake on the exit of turn 15 Prost, and big lock up. Hobb caught out a little bit there. Had to dive around the outside. Crucifixion is looking all out of shape here. Let's just go on board with him, see how he's doing. Hobb is just holding back really for now, knowing that he has the pace to get past them, just needs to wait for his moment. Crucifixion thought that was his moment, and ooh, big look up for Crucifixion. Hobb unable to do anything about it. So Hobb is now sits back in the slipstream as we come up to turns 11 12. Crucifixion looked like he hit the wall a little bit there. Hobb's going to have to just be careful. He's not going to have as much grip going through here, not as much downforce. Now that DRS is wide open, he's come up to Ascari, turn 13. It's just not close enough. He got caught out by the closing speed. And Crucifixion maintains his position. Hobb is still going. No damage, fortunately, then for the Ferrari boy. But he's going to drop right back once again. And has he lost any chance of coming past? 6 seconds back now. The only thing he's got to hope is Crucifixion took a lot out of his tyres with those lockups and defending. Potentially overheating, but Hobb did have a massive slide that potentially overheated his tyres. Not Sebastian has done what I thought he might do and pitted. Hatmax then is also pitting as well. Let's have a look again once again at the fastest laps, and Mr. Fist has done a 24.2, so still a bit off the back of Hobbs' fastest. Let's have a look, where is he? He's coming on to turn 11 and 12. Oh, they all get very sideways through that corner. I thought he was going to lose it, but obviously with a bit more grip. Oh, he's looking all out of shape quite a lot of the time, is Mr. Fist. Going through Ascari there. So, Sebastian has pitted. He's come out on some fresh Ultra Softs. 2 and a bit seconds over speed. As Mr. Fist is coming up to across the line, see if he goes fastest. No, he doesn't. So Hobb is actually crawling back at Crucifixion. He's got the gap down to 3.7 seconds now. Speed is coming up to his teammate once again. He's actually come out on some super softs. So an interesting call there from Force India. Sending him out on the... well, I can only assume it's the wrong tyres unless he was out of Ultra Softs. Hobb with a 3-second penalty, that could be huge. Considering he still needs to get past Crucifixion. Last time he tried, he made a big mistake and cost himself 7 seconds of time. So Not Sebastian is now pulled away from overspeed. He came out 2 and a bit seconds clear, now he's 4 and a bit seconds clear. Let's have a look back at Hobb then, as he's closing in Crucifixion once again. 2 and a bit seconds between them. And Not Sebastian has now started a lap, so he should be seeing a fast lap pop up in about 1 minute and 15 seconds from now. We're on lap 23 of 29, so we're getting towards the end of this race. Hobb needs to find a way past Crucifixion and then extend the lead up, because he has that 3-second penalty. So if you think about it, he's effectively 5 seconds behind Crucifixion. As currently stands, this is the only battle on track. There's yellow in sector 1. Let's see if that's one. It might be for Mr. Fist then. Just keep an eye on the gap between Crucifixion and Mr. Fist. See if it comes down substantially. 19 seconds. Yes, Mr. Fist making a mistake then on the exit of turn 2. Losing about 6 seconds out to Crucifixion. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though for Mr. Fist, unless he makes a few more of those mistakes. Hobb is almost resigned to the fact he's going to be P6. He's still trying to close in on the back of Crucifixion, but that gap is so big as Not Sebastian does go fast with a 22.5. And if we go back to the fastest laps, you can see how much quicker that is than anyone else. There is no one else in the 122s. The next closest is 23.79, just over a second faster. Not surprising really, when you've got so little fuel in the car. You can just turn everything up and go racing, or put it in party mode as it's called. He does need to be careful, obviously. If you're going for fastest laps, you might make mistakes which could cost you, and particularly when you're leading, it could cost you the race win. We are still aboard though with Hobb, who's trying to hunt down Crucifixion. 1.4 seconds between them as they're about to start lap 24, these guys. He's getting closer. Is he going to get close enough though and make a move? As I say, he does have a 3-second penalty. He needs to make the move and get past, though that will help him. Crucifixion with his own 3-second penalty. Hobb now needs to just get past. as they both have that 3-second penalty. One second behind now. He's still hanging on the back of him. Still hanging around that 1 second window. Hobb needs to reel him in here. Obviously he was caught out last time with the breakers, but he's got it down to less than a second. But is he going to have it less than a second when he gets to the detection line? I think he might. Detection line is just here. There it is. He's definitely going to have DRS. Can he make use of it this time? Will he be caught out by his closing speed and Crucifixion's slightly early braking? He looked to play it safe there, as he's still half a second behind Crucifixion, very wide through Stewart. So Hobb is going to get some more DRS on the home straight. Crucifixion very wide. This is going to give a great chance to the Hobb. Crucifixion all over the place. That's a half decent camera angle, but I don't want it. Crucifixion going defensive. Hobb going down around the outside. He is side by side, wheel to wheel. And Hobb has made the pass. It's got ball with Crucifixion. Can he make a move back down the inside? No, he can't. He's just a little lock up there. So Hobb is through. And up to P5's Crucifixion, a little bit out of shape there. In an attempt to come back then at Hobb. And Hobb is going to start pulling away. Crucifixion just sliding, almost looking like these tyres are almost dead. And they shouldn't be dead this early on. We're on 26 of 29. We'll stick with this battle for now, but out front, Sebastian has got a 14-second lead over Overspeed. He's got 20-second lead over Leclerc, and he's got 18-second lead over Mr. Fist. He's got 10 over Hobb, so it's very spread out. There's a potential battle developing at the back though, between 7th and 8th, between Cow and Hatmaxton. 2 and a bit seconds between them. Yellow in sector 3. Who's that? That's just cleared. Was that Mr. Fist off once again? More yellows in sector 3. That is Mr. Fist off track, and that is Hobb coming through. Mr. Fist is in the pits. He is all out of shape. And he's just dropping like a stone there. He should come out ahead of Cow. Where am I going? Oh! Sorry, I missed it. Hobb and Mr. Fist coming in the battle. Mr. Fist spinning. I didn't realise they're going to be that close. Sorry, that Crucifixion, not Mr. Fist. So Hobb going into P4. I didn't really see if he forced Crucifixion off or just Crucifixion made a mistake. So I can't really judge. So Hobb comfortably now in P4. Let's actually go to the back then. Hatmaxton is 1 and a bit seconds off the back of Cow, who's only 2.5 seconds off the back of Mr. Fist, but Mr. Fist is on those Ultra Softs, so that gap will just start increasing very quickly in all honesty. But Hatmaxton has now got that gap down to under a second. We're on lap 27 of 29. Well, the leader is anyway. And if we just have a quick look, see where the leader's on track. He's ahead of this pack, this battle. So Hatmaxton is now going to get some DRS once they get through the chicane. Obviously, got to survive this fast chicane first of all. He does. He goes through it very gingerly, actually, losing a bit of time. He could be losing quite a lot of ERS. There's another yellow in sector 3. Is that Mr. Fist off once again? I can't believe it is. If it is, oh no, it's the Crucifixion off this time. He's dropped right back. So Mr. Fist should potentially have that pass. Not Sebastian with another penalty. He's obviously served his 5-second stop go, but well, I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Hatmaxton now is going to get just a bit out of shape coming off the corner, and he's not going to have a chance to make a move this time around. And he's not got many chances to do it now. He's got 4 more DRS straights if he wants to make this pass, because Not Sebastian is in front of them. he just needs to take it easy. He's dropped back outside the 1 second window. Let's have a quick look up at the Mercedes boys then of Mr. Fist and Crucifixion. They are starting to come close together. Max is not going to be able to get the DRS then on Cal. Is Mr. Fist going to be able to get it? Max picking up a 3 second penalty. Is Mr. Fist going to close in just enough? And Cal's gone out. I think Mr. Fist might have DRS here then, as we're about to start the final lap. Crucifixion all over the place. Teammate on teammate here. Going to go down the home straight. DRS wide open for Mr. Fist. He's got the grippier tyres. Teammate should just let him through. Is that a teammate letting him through? I think so. Oh, contact between the two Mercedes boys. And they're going side by side down into turn 3. Who's going to be the last one to brake? They both the last one. Through goes Crucifixion. Crucifixion holding off his teammate like his life depends on it. And he's just going to... Mr. Fist should probably just send him down the inside here. He's looking. Almost just trying to make Crucifixion make a mistake. Let's see if Mr. Fist is going to take him. When's he going to take him? He's all over the back of him, going down the inside. Has a look. Crucifixion defending like a champ. Mr. Fist though with a decent drive off the corner. He's going to be alongside Crucifixion coming up to turn 11 and 12. A little bit of bouncing off the wall. And Mr. Fist is through. He's got on board with Crucifixion. Crucifixion's going to get DRS. Mr. Fist looking all out of shape though on the exit. This is the last few corners. Who's going to take it? Mr. Fist looking a bit sideways. Looks like Mr. Fist is going to take P5. He's just got 2 corners. Or is it through? 2 corners on a lap. I could be wrong here. Nope. It's 2 corners to go. Crucifixion is going to get P6 though. But out front, Not Sebastian taking a comfortable win. Crucifixion with a penalty anyway, so not too much to worry about for him. Actually, Crucifixion dropping back behind Matt. Max then taking P6 from him. Oakspeed's going to come across the line in a comfortable 2nd place. Very comfortable 2nd place at the end of the day. 2 drivers left to finish then, Leclerc and Hobb. I don't foresee any position changes on this last lap unless Leclerc tries to drive across the line in reverse. And he's going to finish 20 odd seconds behind Overspeed in 3rd place. So a really spread out podium. But he's still finished the race. And last but not least, Warby Hobb. He's currently 30 seconds off the back of Leclerc. Got a little bit of time to wait for him. And I could go through all the DNFs, but I don't have 2 hours. So Hobb coming around the final few corners now. He's going to take home P4. So decent haul of points to start off the championship with. And there you go. Obviously it's a short championship due to the F1 game coming out soon. But still. So we'll get a quick rundown of the final results in a moment. There you go. So Not Sebastian taking home the win quite comfortably at the end of the day from Overspeed. Then Leclerc, Hobb, Mr. Fist, Maxton, Crucifix. And then starting your DNFers, you've got Cal, Neved, Rowe, Double GI, Necromeo Pug, Notkeim, Luke, King Buzzo, Marlon, Raid, Beefs, and Velen. So, thanks for all being here. It's been a crash happy race, shall we say. Obviously, you can see 3 people crashing out on the first lap. There we go. I didn't really get my predictions right. I did predict Sebastian to win, but I thought Mr. Fist was actually going to get 3rd. He came 5th, and Rowe DNFing I predicted was 2nd. So thanks for all being here for the MRC's opening race. I should be back literally in about 15 minutes with another league race. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week, and I'll just quickly work out. Next week we are in Canada next week for this one. Yeah, so join us then, same time, 6:30 UK time.